welcome to Colwich Junction. As ever, thanks very much for taking the time out of your day to tune into the channel and see what's been happening here on the layout. These are unprecedented times. We are in the grip of something that is truly horrible. The fact that me, like a lot of fellow modelers, have got some extra time to model seems pretty trivial compared with what's going on, but nonetheless things have been going on, so we'll take a look at what's been happening. So if you tuned in a few months back, you'll know that I had built some Metcalfe retaining walls and I wasn't overly happy with them, so I decided to cover them in some brick plasticard and rather than waste them, and yeah, that's what I've done. That's what you've just seen in those shots. And I've got to say, I've messed around with colours and washes and not really found anything that I was happy with. I can't take any credit for this little bit of a demo that's going to go ahead, but this is from my local model shop, Tops Trains in Stafford. And I went in there basically saying, have you got any paint that is good as engineering blue brick? 104, matte 104 is the colour that they offered me. It's not a specifically developed paint for blue brick, but I was told that if you work with it, add some greys and some blacks and mix it around a bit, then matte 121 creates the mortar course. You'll get, or you can get, some pleasing results. So I mixed a little bit up, or I have been mixing it up, not a massive amount, and this is just a quick run through of how it's worked for me. These obviously are enamel paints, not used any washes at all, and I've been really pleased with the results. So I'm just going to run through what I've been doing really. I wanted to continue. I've got to say, I don't think this is the ideal way to build retaining walls. It's an expensive way of buying and then covering Metcalfe kits, but I decided to carry on with it because that's what I'd started to do, and I wanted to sort of keep it all very similar at this end of the layout anyway. So it's just a simple matter of mixing up your bluey colour, which does seem a bit too blue when you look at it, giving that plenty of time to dry, 24 hours at least, and then going over it with the I believe it's a flesh tone, I'm not really sure, I'm sure that's what the guys in the shop said to me, and it's, yeah, just basically brushing it on as I'm doing in the video here, and you can be quite liberal with it, as I was here. I didn't think I'd put quite so much on, but yeah, it's quite a lot. I'm commenting on this, looking onto the video afterwards. So yeah, it's just a matter of brushing it on, plenty of it, vertical and horizontal strokes to get it into all the mortar courses. Then just getting a little bit of tissue or kitchen roll, whatever you can get your hands on. I suppose you could use a bit of rag, and then just wiping it out of the or wiping it off the top. And I'm really pleased with the results. Obviously, when you're doing any brickwork, there are huge variations. Even some of the blue brick will have red tinges in it. I know down here at the real Colwich Junction, some of the retaining walls there have got red tinges to them. So you can rub a little bit harder than you perhaps would want and get through to the. I've used the red Slater's brick card underneath, so but you can actually rub through it and it doesn't look too bad. Though I'm not showing it here what I was doing once the walls are assembled like they are in these finished shots, I was then adding some weathering powders once they were in situ, and I think the results speak for themselves. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's worth sharing. So yeah, I've got to thank my local model shop for that one. So, you know, don't forget, support your local model shop. I picked up these very girder bridge spans from Wills as I needed to create another bridge for the entry road to the TMD shed area. I didn't want to use the peco ones which I'd used over the main lines, so the Wills kits are a good alternative. Along with the excellent scale model scenery hard standing kit that's gone in, around to create a shed base, and the process is currently ongoing with that. These lovely Rowie buffer stops from a CRScale have gone in. We've fashioned a light gantry out of some leftover overheads and a few offcuts. We're using the just plug system, which isn't the cheapest way of doing lighting, but it's quite effective because you can dim each LED. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way that's gone, and it's been used in conjunction with a catch pit to cover the hole in the shed floor, which will all be weathered and painted. The cables are now hidden inside the gantry. Now it's nearly finished. So along with a lot of you out there, I've been itching to get my hands on a Hattons 66, and it finally dropped on the map a week or so ago. What can we say? Absolutely stunning, the level of detail, the lighting functions, the sound, all out of this world. I mean, it is a fantastic model, but I have my reservations. Mine isn't perfect, and I see quite a few other reviews and people on social media saying exactly the same. So I still think there is a better loco out there. Do you agree? So along with the LEDs that has been added to the shed and under the bridge, and there's some signage over on one of the units at the back, there's been some signals added as well. So at long last I can start to create what I was after, and that's that twilight time of day. Not when it's completely dark, but just when it's in between. And luckily with these just plug lights, you can dim them and brighten them to suit. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with the effect that it's creating. There's still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot more lighting to add here and there, but yeah, I'm very pleased with the way that's come out as well. So I've just added a few shots in here of the different areas that have gained lighting over the last week or so, so you get a general idea and a feel of how it's all starting to come together. Well, as you can see, everything about this loco is stunning. The looks, the sound is out of this world. Well, it is compared with TTS, which is the only other thing I could compare it with personally. But it's a real shame that it runs like a wheelbarrow with a oval wheel. I haven't taken the logo apart to see if I can rectify it. I've been in touch with Hattons. They've replied to me and said that there is no replacement currently available. Plus that gives me the slight problem of getting it returned at the moment with the current social distancing. So it looks like it's going to have to stay here for a little bit longer, but I'm very disappointed. As I said at the start of the update, these are unprecedented times, and it's very awkward being handed this time. It feels very strange not being at work. I work in an industry that's been particularly hard hit, which is the travel industry. So yeah, they're not easy times. On the plus note, it's been a welcome amount of time to go and work in the loft on the layout, so I'm appreciative of that. But thanks for watching. If you're still here, keep yourself safe, and hopefully we'll all be able to get back down to the model shop fairly soon and spend some money on things that we love buying. Anyway, well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye.